asked her if I could apply for scholarships, and she did tell me about the scholarship. Sole reason to come to Ireland was because of the job opportunities. So it's kind of disappointing that way. And its साथ क्या problem हो गया था? I had a slight visa issue. So I came quite. They said my name and I turned around with my degree and my parents. And like as an international student, I think it's more difficult for us. There are a lot of opportunities because I only applied to 2 jobs and I got into both of them. Yeah, cost of living तो ऐसे में ये सच में डाल दोगे क्या?
स्टूडेंट इन आयरलैंड पे इनका भी एक अलग से पेज बना हुआ है, वहाँ पे जाकर सब्सक्राइब,
लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब स्टूडेंट इन आयरलैंड.
हे गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल. आज है 24 जुलाई और आज मैं अपनी इंटरव्यू सीरीज का 4था या 5वां इंटरव्यू लेने आया हूँ. पता नहीं मेरे को कौन सा आएगा, नंबर देख लेना उसमें. तो आज मैं गौरी के साथ इंटरव्यू लूंगा. सो गौरी, कैन यू टेल अस अबाउट योरसेल्फ?
There is nothing to tell. Honestly, there is nothing to tell. Like Prati said, my name is Gauri, and I did my undergrad here in Trinity. I came to Dublin, I think, in 2018. I am a year senior to you. Yeah, so I came in 2018 and I did psychology here, and yeah, I'm from Lucknow. और क्या ही बताओ यार मैं.
And your background before coming to Ireland, what did you do in your class 12th?
I actually took humanities, so I had psychology plus economics, and I was actually before coming, like this is a background story, before coming to Ireland I was so confused between, if I should take psychology or economics. My parents were like, dual degree le dono kar le, but then I was like, I always liked psychology, so then I just.
And what made you choose Trinity College and Ireland as a destination?
At that point, I think my sole reason to come to Ireland was because of the job opportunities and how after undergrad you can, get a 1G visa and stay here and work. So that was one of the reasons why I came here. Trinity, I think when I was deciding for colleges, there were 3 main things that I was main colleges that I was looking at. I got into King's University of Glasgow, Edinburgh and Trinity. So ये 4 options थे, and I got a scholarship in Trinity. So I got a scholarship in King's also, but like the only reason of not going to London was because there was no employability, employable job opportunities basically. So that's why I came to Ireland. But then Brexit happened, so but yeah, that's the reason.
And what's the process of getting a scholarship in Ireland? Like in Trinity?
In Trinity, so what I did was, I remember I had to write an SOP and send it on to Trinity. So a lot, Niranjana, who's the Indian associate, I think the Indian ambassador for Trinity, she helped me a lot, and I asked her if I could apply for scholarships, and she did tell me about the scholarship. After first year or second year we go for scholarships?
Oh, first year, second sem.
Second sem.
No, second year.
Second year.
Second year, first sem. Around January.
Yeah. So she told me about this opportunity where you can get 5% off from your fee. So I applied for that. I think you have to write up an SOP and submit it, and if they like your SOP, that's when you get the scholarship. So I did. Fortunately.
And what was the scholarship amount?
Scholarships of 5% off your basically this thing. It's
overall
basically
fees?
Yeah. So it's like a global excellence scholarship. Overall fees ka 5%.
Okay. So as an international student, what were your first impressions of Ireland and Trinity?
I still remember when I entered. I still remember, and I don't think I can ever forget this. I entered and I looked at my dad. I entered the front square, the main gate, and I looked at the campanile, and I looked at it, and I turned to my dad and I told him, I love it here. I love it. That very second I knew this is going to be my second home, and it did become my second home. And since then, I've had a great experience, and I liked it so much that I started working there. So yeah, Ireland is quite good. If you're into nature and natural beauty, Ireland has a lot of that to offer. I'm more of a city.
और क्या है यहाँ पे?
I'm more of a city girl, so थोड़ा मुझे slow लगता है, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a good place. It has best of both worlds. So it's nice.
Could you share some of your experiences and challenges you faced as an international student?
I feel like there's not enough dialogue that happens in India regarding international students and their struggles, because I feel like there are a lot of pros, but then there are a lot of cons as well, and I feel like one of the cons is that you miss out a lot of things, like family wise or personally. I've missed out on a lot of like functions that I me and my cousins, we used to dream about growing up, and I've missed out on all of that. So it's kind of disappointing that way. And itna khana banana padta hai, like how much do you have to cook? मतलब मेरा आधा टाइम तो इसी में जाता था कि एक घंटा
सोचने में, आधा बनाने में,
1 घंटा सोचने में कि क्या बनाना है, फिर 1 घंटा खाना बनाने में, 10 मिनट लगता है खाने में, फिर 1 घंटा बर्तन धो.
ये तो सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रगल है. 10 मिनट के खाने के लिए 3 घंटे की मेहनत.
हाँ, so basically that, and like struggle तो बहुत है. I mean, like if we talk about it, जो भी लोग बाहर जाते हैं, most of us, we are very privileged that ways. And I growing up, I was a very privileged kid. I still am, like पापा की परी. So I've never done anything by myself before I came to Trinity. So I think that ways, I think it was a good learning opportunity as well. But then there's a lot that you have to learn because you've been so privileged all your life. So that was, I think, a little bit of a challenge, but I don't take it as a challenge. I take it as a development, I think, that happened. And for me, I think college, more than academics, for me was more about personal development than anything.
And how did Trinity support you and other international students to like adapt to Irish culture and education system?
I'm gonna talk about this program that we have. It's a mentor program called the S2S. So
यहाँ पे promotion कर लो थोड़ा.
I'll tell you. The only reason why I started working with S2S is also because when I came to college, मेरे साथ क्या problem हो गया था? I had a slight visa issue, so I came quite late, and I missed my orientation. I missed the freshers week.
You missed your freshers week?
Yeah, I missed my freshers week, and when I came here, I directly dived into college, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know where the arts block was, or where the washrooms were, or I didn't know anything. And that's when my S2S mentor, she reached out to me, and she was very supportive. She helped me a lot because I missed out on a lot of things, and I'm sure you remember when you also came here, you must have gotten a campus tour, library tour, ye library wo. I didn't get anything. So like my mentors really helped me, and I think that program is really good. And I was like, हाँ ठीक है, it's nice and all, but then second year में I became a mentor, then third year में I became a head mentor, and then fourth year I didn't do anything, and then I still started working with S2S. So it kind of worked out for me, and I think it was a very good learning opportunity again. So I think Trinity's S2S service is very, very good for first years or international students as well. Other thing I think was the Indian society as well. Like it helped me a lot, and like I made most of my friends, the people I'm friends with till now. Like it's because of the Indian society I made really, really good friends and connections. So I'd say that. And halls, Trinity halls, I think that
best जगह थी वो तो.
Trinity halls, my first year flatmates, they are my bestest friends. We are still in touch. We talk every 2 days. Still, like she's in the US now, I'm here, and we talk every 2 days. We have to talk. Like मेरे schedule में है बात करना उससे. So I think halls was a very good I think initiative that Trinity took कि first years के सारे बच्चों को एक साथ कर दो. So I think that is something I'd say Trinity did to support us.
What were some of your highlights and memorable experiences you had during your undergrad studies? Like most memorable?
Trinity Ball.
Trinity Ball?
Yeah.
Last year you went in your 4th year, no?
Yeah, I went in my 4th year, and it's not because oh my god it was Trinity Ball. It's very personal, and I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, Trinity Ball was so much fun. Other highlight was when my actually graduation. Like even though Trinity का graduation is like बहुत साल पुराना and stuff like that.
यार देखने में तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है.
It's very very nice and my most memorable day, even though it was literally like legit the last day of my college essay, but I remember like they said my name and I turned around with my degree and my parents and my brother, like my entire family was standing. किसी का नहीं देख रहे थे. They were standing and my mom was like, "Gauri!" And they were just so proud and I think that's what college is. And like as an international student, I think it's more difficult for us because we leave our entire
Everything
life
behind. Yeah.
And
we start from literally zero.
Yeah, and like we start afresh and we try to make connections and we try to make friends and it is hard. Like completing college, even though people don't think it's a big thing, I think it's a very big achievement.
For international students it is. बस आने से पहले मैंने बैंक का कुछ काम नहीं करा था. यहाँ पे आके सारे फाइनेंस संभालना, ओपनिंग का बैंक अकाउंट वगैरह.
फाइनेंस तो आज भी मुझसे नहीं हो पाता. I'm a very bad spender.
वो है क्वेश्चन उसमें.
चलो करिए.
In terms of career opportunities, how would you describe the current job market in Ireland, especially in your field of study, that is psychology?
Okay, so for psychology, the thing is if you want to go into research, then there are a lot of opportunities because there are a lot of research opportunities almost every lab, and like Trinity is known for its research and they're doing very well, like a great work with research in psychology as well. So there's a lot in research, but I wanted to do clinical, like I still want to do clinical psychology. So in that way बहुत relevant job मिलना थोड़ा सा tough है क्योंकि और ये सिर्फ आयरलैंड में ही नहीं टफ है. आई थिंक फॉर माई कोर्स इट्स वेरी टफ, बट आई वॉज लकी इनफ टू गेट अ जॉब इन द काउंसलिंग सर्विसेज इन ट्रिनिटी, सो दैट काइंड ऑफ वर्कड आउट फॉर मी. But yeah, like it is tough because if you want to go into the counseling side or like the clinical psychology side, तो उसमें थोड़ा सा टफ होता है कि आपको कुछ ऐसे रेलेवेंट मिल जाए, कुछ भी मतलब वॉलंटियर वर्क रहेगा. वॉलंटियर वर्क हेल्प्स अ लॉट विद साइकोलॉजी डिग्री, बट लाइक कुछ भी पेड ऐसे उतना नहीं मिलता है unless and until like you're working with a college or a school. यहाँ पे you're like training or something like that. I got into a graduate program in Trinity, मतलब counseling services में, और सिर्फ 2.
How did you apply for that?
So they actually, again I think I got very lucky that ways as well. I think they posted it on LinkedIn.
Oh.
And I just grabbed the opportunity.
Okay.
At that point. And with my job also, I think again I got very lucky because I only applied to 2 jobs and I got into both of them. And then I was like, might as well just take this because this was more relevant to the work that I want to do in the future. So yeah, that's how.
And were there any particular resources or programs at Trinity that helped you find your job? Or like CV careers or something like that?
Yeah, so the career services in Trinity, I remember talking to one of the people in the career services in Trinity, and they actually told me to look into different sites like Glassdoor या फिर I don't remember, अभी मेरे दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा है, but LinkedIn. And I think LinkedIn worked the best for me क्योंकि LinkedIn पे I got in touch with the hiring manager, but that's something that I did. That I got in touch with the hiring manager, and they have CV clinics as well that you can go to, and they're very good. There is SLD, which is the student learning development in Trinity, that also comes under counseling services.
Okay.
So there are like tutors, there are trained PhD students, there are master students, there are ex-teachers, retired teachers or professors who help and volunteer with SLD. So जैसे अगर तुम्हें कोई भी academic problem है या CV बनवाना है और CV किसी का reference चाहिए, तो they help you with all of that as well. So the career service is quite good. And even if you, sorry I cut you, even if you've like graduated as well, they will still help you until 2 years. So for example,
that I didn't know.
Yeah, so if you graduated in 2021, for example, you can avail their services until 2023. So yeah,
that's good. So could you give us an idea of the cost of living in Ireland as an international student? बोलने से पहले क्यों इसके
इसलिए जैसे तुमने कहा cost of living. Let me just say, it's not cheap at all. But I'm one person who likes to cook a lot, and if you're not that person, तो काफी लग जाता है पैसा.
You're vegetarian?
I'm a vegetarian, yes. I'm a vegetarian, so that's another struggle there. But I cook a lot because I'm a vegetarian as well. और मुझे बाहर का बहुत ज़्यादा वेज खाना समझ में भी नहीं आता है.
अच्छा होता भी.
और मैं थोड़ी देसी हूँ, ठीक है, तो मैं पिज्ज़ा मुझे पसंद है, बर्गर भी क्या मिलता है मैकडॉनल्ड्स में,
कुछ नहीं, दो
पकौड़े डाल के दे देते हैं.
और आप खाया वेजिटेरियन, आप कितना बेकार होता है उनका.
इट्स सो बैड ब्रो. मैं तो वेट कर रही हूँ मैं इंडिया जाऊँ, पिज्जा मैकपफ खाऊं. एनीवे, या तो मतलब उस वे में तो मैं मेरा खाने पे बहुत सेव हो जाता है क्योंकि मैं घर का बहुत बनाती हूँ खाना. बट या कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग तो ऐसे मैं बता नहीं पाऊंगी कि कितना बजट था, बट हाँ 700 to 800 यूरोस लग जाते थे एक महीने के. 700-800
euros per month.
That's a lot.
बहुत खर्चा करती हो.
शॉपिंग बहुत करती हूँ. मेरे पापा भी कहते हैं.
And how did you manage your finances during your studies? Up to you are working, but when you were a student.
तब भी मैनेज नहीं हो पा रहे थे, अभी भी मैनेज नहीं हो पा रहे.
क्या करूँ?
मैनेज ऐसे कभी मैंने किया नहीं फाइनेंसेस मैनेज. टच वुड, लाइक आई वाज मतलब इतना प्रिविलेज्ड कि कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता था, बट लाइक इधर उधर सेव कर लिया. प्लस 4th ईयर में तो आई वाज लिविंग ऑन कैंपस, तो मतलब बहुत सेव हो जाता था ट्रैवल पे. या तो मतलब ट्रैवलिंग 4th ईयर में काफी सेव किया. तो 4th ईयर में मेरा खर्चे काफी कम थे बिकॉज ट्रैवलिंग का चला जाता था. बट या मतलब ऐसे फाइनेंसेस का तो मत ही पूछो.
So what advice would you give to prospective international students who are considering to coming to Ireland for their education?
What advice? I remember when I was coming to Ireland, I spoke to the international ambassador a lot, like the Indian ambassador. Nilanjana, yes. She was very, very helpful. She was very helpful. She helped me a lot. I met her when she came here to Dublin as well. So I met her for coffee, and she was again very helpful at that point as well. She's helped me a lot during COVID also when I was in India. So मेरा 3rd year पूरा COVID में इंडिया में ही चला गया, तो she helped me a lot at that point also. So I think be in touch with Nilanjana, and I'd say because when you get in touch with Nilanjana kind of helps you to reach out to other students who are in Trinity. And when
उसके लिए मैंने studentireland.com भी बनाई है अभी. Yes.
So Nilanjana, and of course you can reach out to Pradyumn. So you can reach out to student in Ireland as well, and I think अच्छे videos भी बनाता है, funny भी होते हैं, and they are very informative also. So you can reach out to Pradi as well. Yeah.
Lastly, you've already been working in Ireland for last 1 year.
Yeah, I think 6 months.
6 months. So what are your future plans now? You plan on staying in Ireland, or?
I think I'm done with Ireland for now, and I wanted to get a job experience. My life, career-wise, is laid out. Personal life is not. So career is kind of sorted. I always wanted to do psychology, which I did. I did my undergrad in psychology. After that, I wanted to work for a year. I'm doing that as well. I want to go for a master's next year, hopefully. So I want to go for a master's next year.
US?
I think
Probably.
I'm confused between 2 countries at the moment. One is actually 3. One is the Netherlands. I was looking into London as well, and then Australia.
Australia?
Yeah, University of Melbourne. So these are the 3 places.
Your brother studied there, no?
Yeah, my brother was in London for his undergrad, and then he went to Australia. So Australia probably for my masters, not too sure. And then I want to work for 2 years again as an assistant psychologist. And then I want to do a clinical doctorate. So basically my 10 years is planned. Yeah, so for my clinical doctorate, I might come back to Trinity because Trinity ka clinical doctorate is very, very good. And it pays very well as well. So doctorate mein basically ye hota hai ki you study and you work as well. So they have in-house placements, counseling services mein. भी और कहीं पे भी
वहीं
आपको
से
मिल
करवा
सकता
के
है।
वहीं लग जाते हैं।
Basically, so I'll see what I have to do, but at the moment, I think I'm done with Ireland. I've stayed here for 5 years now. I want to explore new places and like make new friends, make a different life now.
कोई डाउट होंगे तो कैसे पूछ सकते हैं आपसे?
You can reach out to Paddy, and then Paddy can.
स्टूडेंट इन आयरलैंड पे इनका भी एक अलग से पेज बना हुआ है, वहाँ पे जाके साइकोलॉजी दीदी ने करी है, तो कोई भी डाउट हो इनसे पूछ लेना।
Yeah, and you can reach out to Paddy as well and follow Student in Ireland.
सब्सक्राइब,
Like, share and subscribe Student in Ireland. Thank you, Paddy, for taking my interview. I feel very, very privileged and I feel like an important person, which I never do. So, thank you. And yeah, and hopefully this will help. I don't know how much of it would have helped you guys, but like,
करा होगा,
hopefully.
हेल्प तो करा होगा शायद से। कमेंट कर देना अगर कर रहे हो तो। अगर नहीं आया तो फिर
और कमेंट करोगे तो लिखना गौरी यू आर द बेस्ट। कोई अगर एक भी कमेंट नहीं आया तो मैं गौरी कितनी
मैं काट दूंगा, जैसे वीडियो 2-3 दिन के बाद वो वाला पार्टी काट दूंगा कमेंट वाला।
ओके, थैंक यू।
बाय।